Zac or Urgot. Those are Zac is my like one of my favorite champions in the game. But I'm hoping Urgot is like thematically one of my favorite, even though I don't really like playing as him because I don't like playing ADC. All right, there's a chest in here somewhere. We're gonna find it. You think it's this way? Maybe we can go up and down, left and right. Also, first, let me make sure that I have my right chat pulled up. I'm sorry. It's genuine. Oh my God, I don't. Sorry, YouTube. I don't know why fucking YouTube sucks so fucking bad at everything. Twitch is just better, but give me a second. There we go. All right. I don't expect to get many viewers today. However, if you did say anything, I wouldn't have seen it. Yeah, I don't like this is Sunday, right? Is it Sunday right now? Sunday is not a popular day, I think, on Twitch. I mean, also, you know, maybe just not for me. I don't stream that much on Sundays, but I am going to work today, so I'm like, hey, I'm going to stream. This guy going to die in one hit? No, this guy's buff. Man, he's real buff. We might not even be able to beat him. Holy shit. Right, I think we got him. This seems really loud. I'm gonna turn this down a bit. Hopefully there's no like echo. I think it's time for me to buy a new mic. I think once I get my first like YouTube paycheck, I'm gonna go to Amazon and buy a mic. Hey Goody, good job. Finally level 8. I knew you could do it. I'm looking for a chest. And I'm not talking chess. Sunday is the most popular day on Twitch. Really? I've historically done very bad on all my content creation on Sundays. So it might just be something to do with my audience. Maybe all my whole audience is Christian and they just are at church. I started innocent weapons farming. Do you have to farm the elites daily for upgrade materials? You do. They are a time-gated resource. But you got lots of time. No need to worry about it, like, extremely. So, if you guys know where this last chest is at, let me know. My girlfriend just sneezed in the other room. What an asshole, am I right, guys? I'm just kidding. She's great. We should be getting a pretty big update in about 4 days on, like, Wednesday, right? It's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? I don't know. Maybe Wednesday, maybe Thursday. Yeah, because the 24th is when everything ends, right? So in 3 days. So I think Wednesday we have a big update. I cannot find this chest. I've ran through this area like 6 times. You think it would be on this right side of the map, right? The lower half on the right side, either on the bottom or on this long path around, but I can't find it. And at least we get to fight level 16 enemies the entire time. Good evening, Homizoid. It's 10 a.m. for me, so I haven't, I don't even go to work for another 3 hours. 10, 11, 12, 1. Yeah, I gotta leave it. I gotta stop streaming at noon today to go to work. Maybe there's something up here that I'm missing. This is like literally the hardest chest for me to find. I ran through this area like 6, 7 times. All right, let's take a look. All right, we're gonna run through it again. I really hate looking for treasure chests in level 16 zones that I already know it's going to have nothing, but there's feats for opening treasure chests. The next update should be new story, according to the roadmap. Like, we already know this is nothing because we already got this. We already know that there's another treasure chest here. If any of you know where it is, just tell me right now, please. But if any of you don't know where it is, then you can't tell me. Maybe it's in the middle here. There's a level 100 boss in the game. or something like that. It's something. Other people are fighting him and grinding up for him. Kage might be a better resource for that, or maybe right there. Can I go in there? Can you go in the gate? No. Like, I can't even see the treasure chest, you know, so I don't even know which direction I have to go. So, like, you feel like it would be, like, right here somewhere. You go up. Hey, you know what? Please do. And if I find it before you, then I win. If you find it before me, you win. What's the purpose of farming elites? There isn't. But you want to defeat every elite at least one time to get all the feats. And there are the daily elites that you want to farm. Are you trying to convince the cat to get out, lady friend? This is one of those things that's right down on the map. It should be like this is what's kind of frustrating about the way, because you don't have 3D orthogonal movement. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's farming to kill each one time. Farming is when you do something many times. I have no idea if what the level 100 boss is, or if they're even level 100. Pretty sure I skipped the elites in the Wealth Lady Mansion. You can go back. Nothing's missable in the game. Like, because you don't have 3D movement, I can't run to see, right? I have to just hope. All right, I'll wait. Someone says they're pulling up. I've now ran through this area enough times where it's, I don't know how I would even look it up. Maybe it's in the Discord. Maybe if I go into the Octopath global resources. Global resources. Chests. Let's see if there's a chest thing. I don't think so. I have not, friend. I have not completed all 85. All right, let's go up to the top. Reroll guide, who cares? Best 4 stars, who cares? All units, who cares? When I say who cares, I just mean that's not what I'm looking for right now. Blue stacks, enemy data, dailies. So the chest is here somewhere. So I've been walking here, back and forth, left and right. Just send me a screenshot if you can on Discord. Unless you're on your phone, then don't. Hello from Ukraine. Welcome. Hope everything's going better there. I haven't much plugged into the Ukraine news in a while. Like, it's definitely not right here. It's no way. It looks like it should be, but there's nothing here. Latvia here. Hello, Latvia. Never been there either. In fact, I've never been out of the country, really. List of allies. Class up. I just gotta find the maps. All accessories. I don't even know how to, like, look this up. Octopath. COTC all treasure chest locations. Maybe I'll look that up. This is Snowbloom Ruins. Well, I don't want the picture. I want a guide. All right, maybe this will work. Let's take a look here. Okay, where are we at? We're in Snowbloom Ruins. Control F. Snow. Blah. There's nothing that says there's no snow bloom ruins on this list. Well, I thought this would be fast. This has actually been the biggest pain in the ass so far. I have not done all the hero quests yet. How do you know that you've missed some chests? You can just go to the world map. I can click on this right here. Oh, well, you know, wait, is that where I'm at? No. I'm in here. World map. The Snow Bloom Ruins, 4 out of 5. So, oh wait, do you think that this map and you think it's inside here? This doesn't count as a different zone? So this zone is actually 2 different maps? Because that's like a dungeon. I feel like that's just like really badly done. Now, I mean, that might be because I'm currently frustrated that I haven't been able to find it. But also, like, if they're 2 different maps, I mean, they're 2... You would think that they'd have their own little thing. And because the other ones that are the same map, you know, they have like the arrows, like in towns. Like, hey, this is part of the same zone, but it's a different map. This doesn't have that. This is like, hey, you're entering a different area. Very weird, in my opinion. Kitty cat! A second, they're ruining something. All right, they're just knocking stuff over. All right, let's go and jump in. Let's get in there. Find that last chest. Nah, not right now. There's pictures of them on my Patreon and in my Discord and stuff. All right, let's take a look. I don't know what they're doing. I'm gonna have to ignore them. All right, so it's probably in the bottom left corner somewhere. If you see it, holler out. I wish we could just turn off random encounters in old, like once you were like 50 levels higher or something. I wish you could like toggle encounters on and off. They're just a little bit too frequent. You get there's feats for finding treasure chests, so you get stuff. It's not like a lot of stuff, but you get feats, and so the more feats you get, the better your account will be overall. There's nothing down here. I've beaten that guy before. If I need to go back and beat him again, I will. Where is this stupid fucking shit? I know you get it. I don't have any of the accessories that reduce encounters though. I might have one that reduces it 25%. I can see if I have that one, but I don't have the 50% one from the shards or whatever it is. If I could have bought one for 50 bucks, I would have done it. Which map plat? I'm currently in the subterranean snow ruins. I've been looking for this chest for about a week. I haven't literally done it every day for a week, but this is my 3rd time running through this area. There's a secret something somewhere. This has been by far the hardest map. For me, personally. Goody, here you go. Go ahead and take the take 25%. Anthony, friend. 1 second. Let's see if the notification works. It should. It should. I'll do this while I do it. Thank you very much, Anthony, for the $5 super chat. Maybe I don't have a notification set up for super chat. There we go. Marvelous. I appreciate that, friend. Thank you so much. Keep it up. That I will do. Here's where I'm looking for, Kage. The Snow Bloom Ruins. Been really enjoying the YouTube videos lately. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm starting to kind of struggle to find things to make content about because we haven't had anything actually new since the game's been released. But Tis, I am going to I still got some stuff. Well, let's defeat this elite guy because a lot of times elites are guarding chests. And I could probably go with like if I got really desperate, which I don't even like using that word, but if I was like, I really need to do daily content, I could do like, a chest guide for this snow ruins. Like, oh, here, we're going to go through and show you where all the chests are at. We need to play a real game like Fortnite. As soon as Fortnite gets waifus, man. Oh, there's probably a ton of waifus in there. There's probably a bunch of like tig old biddied people in that game. Okay, he's definitely not guarding a chest. I wonder if it's in the second zone. There is a chest above the stairs, one below the HP SP refill thing, and one in the upper left, below the stairs. These are the stairs, am I incorrect? I am above the stairs. There's a lot of stairs. Oh, wait. In the previous zone. I see it. I see it. I saw it. I saw it. Do you guys see it? Did you guys see it? Did you guys see it? I saw it. Did you guys see it? I saw it. Did you see it? Look at that. Right there. Look at that little sack of shit. How do you miss that? In fact, how do I get down there? I'm trying to look over my phone, like if I could see a path. All right, so I got to go around somewhere. Oh, there's more stairs there. Okay. Can I go up? I can go up here. Oh my God, what a fucker of a chest, man. I mean, it wouldn't have been that hard if I saw it the first time. I'm trying to like, I'm over my phone. I'm trying to look over the edge, like, of this two-dimensional screen. Can I, HD 2D, HD 2D. 66 experience, worth it. Oh, baby. War spear? That's better. That's got to be better than the battle-tested spear. That one was used for war. The other one was just tested. All right. Well, I'm going to teleport out of here. No, I'm not. I'm going to teleport here. Because this teleports me out of here, and then I just go down. What are you looking at? This cat's got so much attitude, bro. All right, Goody. We're going to start hunting more elites and more chests. But let's finish these traveler stories. There's only 3 left. 3 left means I want to get them done. Oh, I got some notifications on Discord. Let's see what's up. From Kage. Thanks for the help, Kage. Traveler stories are like NyQuil because you gotta take it. But you're sick of it? I'm a little curious how you have your Primrose built. because they put you to sleep. That's fine, but they're also good for managing your symptoms. I don't think you build units differently in this game, right? I mean, like, Primrose does, like, yeah, I could change my accessories. The equipments are all almost identical. There's just a pure power level of the fan, and then these are either or, but I just go for even because I don't know. There doesn't seem to be a reason to specialize. I haven't finished about 10 Traveler Stories. I'm putting only in step-up banners to maximize standard units. They're all good. They are all good. But on my start, I have pulled Tressa because she is amazing. Tressa, I pulled on a little bit. I pulled on everybody a little bit, but probably not enough to... I didn't pull enough to get any of the... Primrose is the first non-base unit that I have. You'll still need to go kill different mobs for the feat. I'm probably never going to purposely farm that. I will go kill all the elites at least once. And then if I got real desperate for, like, at a point where it's like, hey, I'm going to go kill rat-like creatures to get... After I kill 200 rat-like creatures, I get 2 gems. I'm just gonna then instead go play Cult of the Lamb or something, because that game has been fun. I just haven't had much time to play it. You spent 60 pulls to not to get Primrose. I assume you mean to not get Primrose. You spent 60 pulls and did not get Primrose. I mean, 60. You're not expected to get her in 60 pulls. I don't think. I think you're expected to get her in like 200, which is where the pity's at for a reason. So anyone that got her in 60 pulls is lucky, I would say. Not like insane lucky, but I would say lucky. It's weird this game doesn't have like an incentive to do a multi. I really wish they gave you, like, in Echoes of Mana, they don't have like a guaranteed 4-star, I don't think, for doing a multi. But what they do have is like, if you do a multi, you get a 10% discount, right? So instead of whatever, hypothetically 300 gems, it's 270 gems. No Primrose, no Tresha, but my base unit guys are strong. Lynette max level is now 91, way higher than any of mine. When I say way higher than any of mine, I mean it's semi-true. It gets progressively more. Theo can get up to 88. But, like, that's the thing is, right, if we go to status for Theo, the difference between 88 and 91 is 260 more guide stones. So it ain't no joke. Where are you taking me, game? Can Goody just shut the fuck up and leave? Like, I hate these Traveler Stories that make me go out into the environment 6 times to do 6 easy-ass fights. At 90, yeah, they get bonus in BP. I have a question. Did you know how many duplicates of Lynette you need to raise special from level 1 to level 10? I don't even know what a special is. I hear that they're adding super attacks. I know literally nothing about them or the mechanic or how they work. That's not saying I want to be ignorant necessarily, but it's not in the game. And what I do is I play the game. Oh Christ, it's so big. That's a level 8. That is a level 8 hunter for you. There was a an option I could turn on Twitch now as an affiliate where I could get more ad revenue if I let them automatically run ads 3 times an hour. And maybe for some people that's tempting, but like, do I really want to like put the 4 viewers, even on a good day, even if it's a great fucking day and I have 20 viewers on Twitch, I'm like, is that worth like burning those few people? Like, I don't think so. But I got an email about it and I was like, oh, that's kind of interesting. But like for an affiliate, it's like That means you have under 70 viewers, or like under 75 viewers average. Do you really need to run that many ads for that few viewers? I mean, how much money are you really making? I guess, you know. Even if you had 100 viewers and every single one of them was subscribed, at 100 viewers, that's 250 a month in subscriptions. If every single one of them was a subscriber, right? Because it's $2.50 each. So even 100 subscribers isn't like any. I mean, it's like, it's good money. It's a lot of money, but it's like, is it really a lot of money when you compare it to how much you need to pay bills? Like, no. It's a nice bump though. But like even my YouTube right now, like I've made $500 this month on YouTube, and I mean, like, that's nice, but that's not like quit my job money. If I could find a way to bump YouTube from 500 to 1,000, I don't know if that means adding more ads, just trying to get more viewers, yada yada yada, then maybe that's like work part-time and then do the other, like, you know, 20 hours, 25 hours a week at a job, 20 hours a week on YouTube streaming, you know, 4-hour streams every day or 5 days a week. And then honestly, probably another 10 hours of YouTube content creation. And it takes a long time to, I'm getting faster and more efficient, but like making thumbnails, editing videos together, waiting for them to process, uploading them, getting your tags, like it's all a process, but I'm getting faster and more efficient at it. Have you beat all battle tested opponents? I have not. I have 2 more. I actually don't know where one of them's at even. Where are you taking me, game? All right, well, we'll just start running there. I just start whatever works as a thumbnail. Yeah, I mean, I make all my own thumbnails. The thing is, I'm really good at making bad thumbnails that are a little bit better than like just having nothing, right? Just having like a base picture from whatever you're watching is like so YouTube will be like, hey, here's 3 clips. Here's 3 parts of your video. You could use one of these 3 parts as a thumbnail. That is like straight up one of the worst things you could do almost ever in terms of trying to get views. It just doesn't catch the eye, and it looks like you're like you blend in so much. It's almost like literally impossible for anyone to ever notice you, which is like whatever, but just kind of a fact. So I always try to make a custom thumbnail, except for when I do live streams. I should make one custom thumbnail for like per platypus streams, and then when I go live on this, I could choose to upload a thumbnail, and it will make that way when it's on my YouTube feed, it'll look a little more professional. It'll just be like platypus live now. What are the respawn timers on daily elites? Everything seems to be on a 20-hour reset. That's what I've noticed so far. This isn't even a real Frostbear. This is just the trial Frostbear. Wait till you get to the full version. $29.99 a month. Ah! Your trial's about to expire. You wouldn't uninstall and reinstall the trial, would you? Just give us a ton of money. I know you. You're Chief. I thought you were awaiting my triumphant return back at the village. Checking on those undertaking the rite of passage is part of my duties. It appears your hunt was a success. Hey, what's up, Ismax? Thank you for the very first time chat. Now let's see if it's a nice chat or a mean chat. Do you recommend me to pull the last 2 steps of Fiora/Sophia banner? I have all the initial 5 stars except Millard and no awakenings. What I mean is 2, probably dupes are better than 2 pulls in a future Cyrus banner. I'm free to play. Kage says yes, I say no. I don't think anyone under any circumstances should spend their gems on banner characters. I think it's unwise. I do it because I spend money in the game and I make content for the game. I think you're just by the fact that by them being banner characters, when you pull for Cyrus, you're just gonna pull units you don't want anyway. A year from now, you'll wish you had those gems for a different banner. It doesn't matter. Even if you were 1 step away, even if you get a guaranteed 5-star from the generic pool, I still don't think that's worth it. If every pull had a guaranteed 5-star, like, even in that extreme situation, I still don't think it's worth it because they're generic units that are always going to be in the pool no matter what. So they're all going to get maxed out. We're all going to have way more copies of them than we'll ever want 6 months from now. More than likely 6 months from now. Maybe I'm wrong, but based off the other gachas I've played, because they're in the general pool, you're going to have way more copies of them you could ever want. It's only a matter of time. And there's nothing like it's redoubled for me because we're currently in a state of the game where none of it's needed. You don't need a single awaken on any unit to complete any content at all. It'll make it a little bit easier, but like if you have all 0 awakened 5 stars or all like 1 or 2 awakened 4 stars, you're still going to be clearing all the content. So you're spending money to get things you don't need right now. And even then, I think it's also a long-term bad investment. But it's also it's also hard to, like, I get that there's a 5-star and 600 gems. Will Cyrus be added in the standard banner? I think so, but not for a while. Yeah, it's let's take a look here. Yeah, it's the 20 pulls, and he or she will get a guaranteed 5-star and compensation, right? Yes, they would get a guaranteed 5-star as compensation. I still look at a lot. I'm the only one that doesn't think it's worth it. So you got to take it with a grain of salt that I might be in a different position of privilege, having spent a couple $100s in this game, and the power level of my account might be higher than other people where I don't think it's worth it. But I don't think it's worth it. And I don't think it's worth it because they're standard units that will be on there's never going to be a point in time where they're not on every banner you ever pull on for as long as you play the game. So they're always going to be a chance that you pull them. And I think it's only a matter of time that we're all going to have 10 copies of them when we don't want them. JS BG Reg says, I don't think it's worth it either. I'd say for limited units you want. And like, I agree with that, but also I want to preface it with like the value of things in the game are all relative to what you think their value is, right? Like if 600 gems is worth 2 guaranteed general pool 5 stars, like, so the way I always think about it, and this could be flawed thinking. I'm not saying that I'm not a perfect arbiter of logic and reason. But like I played Dragon Quest Tact for like a year. If someone's like, hey, you could spend 600 gems to get guaranteed 2 general pool units, I'm like, all right, so I can get Nightclubber and Great Dragons. Like, yeah, but I have like 14 copies of each of them. Like they're literally go to waste and are pointless. And I know this game isn't Dragon Quest Tact. I know you can't necessarily directly compare one gacha to another. But even in like Dislight, I would have like a ton of copies of the certain legendaries. And it was, those legendaries are the same legendaries I would pull if I just saved them instead for a general pool. So I don't know, man. Like, it's not bad. Like, I don't want to say like this is a shit deal, especially at the stage of the game we're at. Like getting 2 guaranteed 5 stars and 2 multis is a big deal. That is a lot of power that's going to be added to the account, but I think it's short-term power versus long-term power. The 2 multis you might not get anything for in the future, right? So it's like, all right, so maybe you're not getting guaranteed, you don't get the guaranteed 5 stars. Now you did 2 multis and instead you get a bunch of 4 stars. That's even worse. But that's why it's pushing you towards pity for a limited unit. Bonus shards for limit breaking is very good. Yeah, it's the thing is 2 sweet guaranteed 5 stars for 600 rubies that's like I think that's a relatively good deal depending on how you look at it. I mean, there's always price anchoring, right? Like why, like that's $60 essentially, you know, is what the game is telling us. But for that $60 you're getting 2 guaranteed units. Like, I get it. And if it was any kind of limited banner, I'd be like, oh, 10 out of 10. Always do this. But it's they're just general pull units. Now I did the pull-ups, I did the step-ups, and I'm probably gonna do the next step up too. Maybe we'll see. When you don't get what you want, blame for platypus. Yeah, that's it. To go from level 91 to 100 limit breaks, I'll need 15 copies of Lynette. Is that true? Yeah, you need you get 100 each. Is that true? Let's take a look. I need 17 copies of Theo. And this one I need basically 2, I guess. So yeah, you need about 15 copies. Do they take more? Maybe they don't take more. Maybe it just is more backloaded. Because I swear to God, Wingate, the final 5 levels took... Oh yeah, but it was only the final 5 levels took 1,000. Yeah. Yeah, it goes super high in the last few levels. I mean, to be fair, that's like not too bad because I mean they get some good stuff, but I mean the rate of return is like not insane. It feels more like it's there just so people don't feel bad about pulling 30 copies of a unit, you know, or you know, an extra 15 copies. So where are we going? You know, I like going to the dungeons and then walking backwards. I don't know if it's faster, but it feels better. But we're also going to kill some elites and get some chests in here, right? How many chests are in here? 2 elites at least. There's always more elites than what they show here. Not always, but there's sometimes more elites, but they don't count as these kind of elites, so I don't know. There's still 2 chests in here too. Holy bridge. There is 2 areas though. All right, so we're going to go to that elite first, and we're going to look for chests along the way. You ultimately want every 4-star to awaken 1 limit level 74. Yeah, awaken. I'm trying to think. I kind of went through that yesterday with all my 3 stars and 4 stars, and I went from like 30 awakens to like 75 on my account because I awakened everything a couple times. Is there a reason to not want 3 awaken? Like they might. I feel like they might add accessories for 4 stars. Maybe they never do, but I think it would make sense. Especially like just give them weaker accessories that kind of everyone can get. Hello, good afternoon, Alberto. Strong helm, that's what's up. So what, we got 1 more chest, and I mean 1 more chest, 1 more elite. It's probably not a coincidence, but we'll see. Afternoon, it's only 10 a.m. for me. You guys are all crazy. I bet I don't even remember that enemy type, Loris. I don't think I've seen that dumbass wombat thing. I was doing the 10 paid dailies, but now I cleared the story. Only BT battle tested bosses to do. So like, why even do the daily pull? I mean, I'm doing the daily pull because I think that's clearly the best value the game has. And that being said, it is that's always 300 gems for a guaranteed 5-star, and you also get like, so that's another reason why I think the step up is not necessarily as worth doing it, because after you do the paid pull 10 times or 30 times for 300 gems, you instead get 3 multis and a guaranteed 5-star for the same price as the final step of a step up. You get 3 times as many pulls and a guaranteed unit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, a second tree man. I finally pulled Prim last night and made up. I am now saving for either Cyrus / collab, whatever comes first. That's where I'm at. I mean, no offense to Teresa, but it's like there's no fucking way in a million years she's worth pulling on right now when we know something crazy is about to come up. Okay, if you're gonna be a dick about it, I'll be a dick about it. There we go. You're probably weak to fire. I mean, you're a tree. You're probably weak to axes, too. I feel like the game would thematically make that happen. 74 damage. Good hit. Absolutely proud of you. It's definitely axes. He's a tree. Come on. Easy. I still think the 10 paid dailies is good, but again, you are pulling on a general banner. But at that point, I know that it's like the opposite of what I've said, but it is a 60% discount on the pulls. I know it's 30 bucks a month, but like 30 bucks a month to get a guaranteed 5-star and 3 multis, like that's like, I don't know, that seems pretty fucking good to me. It definitely seems like to be exceptionally high value compared to everything else. Loris. I definitely don't have any feats for killing these guys. I mean, I'd be surprised if I did, I suppose. What are we gonna do tomorrow when we stream? That's a good question, everybody. I don't know yet. Today, I'm sorry. I got a silver seal for a apothecary. Got Shelby 4-star, no question asked. What's $30 a month? The daily paid pull for 10 gems. I mean, 30 USD. I mean, when I say $30, I don't know if dollars directly. I think dollars is directly talking about USD. So hopefully, I don't need to further preface it for. Hopefully, I don't need to then say beyond that. But I don't know. What's $30 a month for me? Half my salary. Oh, like, I don't know. Where are you at? Where are you from? Honestly, I don't know anything about living in other countries. However, I do know for $60 a month, I would not be able to afford rent because rent is $1,200 a month. When you pull from a normal banner, does it use paid gems or free gems first? It always uses free gems before paid gems, unless it's specifically a paid gem thing where free gems can't be used. Why did I come into this menu? I no longer remember. What I wanted to do is no longer relevant. I see you. I'm about to put you in the ICU. It sounds like I should go live in Venezuela. It sounds like if I make $500 a month on YouTube, I get to live in Venezuela. That would be a pretty fucking sweet gig. Now, I say that half jokingly because I don't want to live in Venezuela. No offense to it, but I've not heard a lot of positive things about it. But if someone was to convince me of all these positive things, then maybe. The internet service here sucks. Yeah, that's definitely bad. Upload and download max of 6 megabytes. That's probably why there's not a whole lot of... Is this guy resistant to everything? Hey, thank you for the follow. All right, let's just attack this guy. This guy has no weaknesses. He might just be weak to all elements. Wouldn't that be interesting? You might as well use a BP because you're gonna run out anyway. And you know you have Crimson Blast, so we're good there. Does this guy have no fucking weaknesses? What is this? Okay, never mind. It's literally possible to find his weakness. It just no. So it's got to be like wind, ice, and well, let's take a look. Sword, spear, dagger, axe, bow. Okay, book. I don't have any book users. This guy just literally has literally everything that I don't have. I don't have ice, wind, or book. But I got this. Do I have Millard on my team still? No, of course I took him out. Well, I guess, you know what? Esoteric cure. Get everyone happy. Hey, no problem. Thank you. Thank God this guy's not like a high level elite. This guy could literally be the worst fight in the game. Is he only going to take damage from my one level 15's? I mean, I could just switch the party. Let's see. Okay, fuck this guy. What an asshole. What's party 2? I don't even know what party 2 is about. Get out of here. Sort, give me books. Alright, now who has wind? I can't sort by element, right? You have light. Light's good. Put you here. Fire, ice, we got you. You got a break. You got a break. Iris has got ice. Where's Viola? I don't know what you got. All right, let's just try this. I'm not pulling up Muse database every time I want to do something. You're done. Is this 2 hits or 1 hit? Then I guess you just attack. What does she have? No, she doesn't do anything. Okay. Go ahead and do Ballad of Blizzards. Oh, it's defenses. I definitely don't have anything good on Sophia right now, which is kind of funny. All right, we'll just kill him next turn. We'll just attack him this turn. We'll boost next turn, and he'll be dead. They have no equipment. They don't need no equipment. This fight isn't hard enough. Millard has equipment, I bet. Good job, sir. I should not have put Noelle and them on the same exact page, though. At least this is a nice and easy fight. Like, this fight's only difficult because I refuse to make a team that's good for it. 30 a month, I don't mind, but at least they could have a value login pack or something. Yeah, I mean, I'm always skeptical about them adding more things to buy, because when there's more things to buy, I buy more things, you know, but also, I guess that's mostly on me, huh? You're dead. You're dead. Hey, 12,000. I bet she has a book equipped. Yeah, no battle pass system. Yeah, it's they could add more to buy. Do we still have a chest here? Motherfucker, there's still a fucking chest. All right. That elite did not guard it. I don't think so. Nope. If you guys see a chest, holler. These hyenas aren't going to be laughing for long. Those look like baby hyenas. I feel like I just killed 2 baby hyenas that were like, hi, how are you? And I just go, stab them in the fucking face. Good, they deserve it. Keep going. Is that another elite? That guy's blocking the chest. You motherfucker. Let's see what you're weak to. Just be weak to daggers and make my life easy. I know that I started the sentence after he wasn't weak to daggers, but... Just stop being an asshole, man. Okay, I mean, he's already almost dead, to be completely fair. I don't like Fiora yet, but I think I will in time. She hasn't felt like that much of an asset to the team yet. Mostly just an ass. Am I right, fellas? Woo! Thankfully, I got her at step 5. I got Millard on step 1, Sophia on step 3, and Lynette step 5. That's fucking bullshit. Everyone getting all the luck. Where's my luck? Where's my luck? Whoa, there's a chest right there. What the fuck? Wait a second. There's 2 chests in this zone. Go grab them. Two scarecrows on step 4. I mean, that's still fucking good. Scarecrow is good at 5-star. At 4.5 star, that unit fucking sucks, man. Holy crap. I can't believe how bad Scarecrow is at 4.5 star. Like, you think they'd give him 1 good attack, make one of his super attacks good, and the other one, I don't know, man. Just makes you think, you know? Keeps me up at night. Alright, Jose, what's up? Hey, what's up, Starchy? Is this guy defending this town against random birds? Looks like it. Oh, I hope 31. I hope we're. Oh wait, never mind. Good job. Jose is a unit everyone in the game has because he's one of your first 3 additional characters. You know what luck is? Getting Tressa on 10 pull, Heathcote on 10 pull, getting 3 5-stars on last step up, and another 3 on this step up. Sadly, no Primrose. I got Gilderoy on 13 pull of her banner. Ouch. But man, getting Tressa on a 10 pull, getting Heathcote on a 10 pull. I want Heathcote so bad. Fuck. Heathcote would definitely be in my party. All right, see if we can find that last chest. If you guys see it, holler. I see it. I see it. Don't holler. I have Scarecrow at 4.5 stars myself. He sucks. I might want to take a care. Like, the thing is, I don't want to take Wingate out of my party. Or Jose, I do, but whatever. Wingate's at his level cap right now. We got this. I started playing Greedfall a little bit. I'm trying to find a game to play when I'm not creating content, but honestly, it's just hard to find time. How you doing, Dionysus? That's what I want to say every time I see you, but it's Dionysius. How you doing, Dionysius? That's a mighty laughing hyena. It looks like a baby. Lacerating arrow hits hard too. Yeah, but lacerating arrow is also literally a 4-star ability. Oh, that 1 extra BP is coming in clutch. Heathcote is a break master, but he lacks the debuff department. I like Viola better. I think Viola is better, but that's why I like Heathcote and Viola. Let's take a look. So look at, we got a feat for defeating an elite, but the elite isn't on here. Like why? Maybe after the there'll be like an elite, right? There's like a thing where we're gonna be able to challenge all the elites in a zone in an area or whatever. Maybe that will make it a bit easier. Let's go and check our feats. No, we're not looking at our feet on stream, you bunch of sickos. God. All those memory shards. Look at all those bronze shards. Oh, baby. Sell materials, path action, exchange. All right, let's do our feats, then we'll actually do that. No. 26, 25, 26. I mean, I'm getting up there. I mean, I'm not a record breaker, but I mean, this feels pretty high. You can fight elites there. Good. I'm excited for that. All right, let's go ahead, go to Nameless Town. We'll finish Jose's thing in a second here. Let's go ahead and get our mats. Let's go do what I always do. I go to the exchange, go to Guidestone shards. I go to bronze. I go to get shards. Oh, you know what? I got copper coins today. Let's do that. Yay. What are these going to be good for, by the way? I got 10,000 of them. You think I'm going to use these to convert into gold? Like, I don't know if I'm going to get Seal of the Trader. Those don't seem that good. Like, I already have, look at 2, 3, 2. Maybe I need like a bunch of them, though. I don't know. But like, I feel like I might end up going something like this. But 34 is not a lot, but maybe. I don't know. We'll see. These ones are clearly going to be the $30,000 things, I think. This one's got to be mostly for the gold Guidestones. Like, I'm never going to take the Tasty Experience Nut Medium ever. That's a fucking trap. The Spirit Scarf is a fucking trap. The coin is a fucking trap. So the only thing here that's worth a damn is the gold Guidestones. Or any of the Guidestones, but probably the gold ones, right? Like, and 60? Oh my god, that's like, I don't know, man. That's, it might actually even be better to convert them into silver. Yeah. That way you can turn them into silver shards. That way you can get 4.5 stars to 5 stars. I still got to make that YouTube. I have a couple YouTube ideas that I'm still working on. I have a couple days off coming up. I have Tuesday, Wednesday off. So I'm hoping we get the new content Wednesday morning because I already have that time off. That way I can just stream like all the content on the first day and then wonder what is going on for the next month. Like, oh, why don't they ever add any content? I consumed 100% of the content they added in the first 10 hours. This is bullshit. Fuck this game. You know how we all do it. You know what, game? Stop being a coward. Raise the 90% chance up to a cap of 100%, but you just need a lot more. All right? Quit fucking me with this fucking 90%. All right? I don't care about that. Destiny 2 content flashbacks. I never played Destiny 2, but I beat Destiny 1. Like, Destiny 1 came out, I beat the game in like 2 days, and then I never played it again. I will say one thing this game is not doing slow, that they're doing way too fast, is we're getting way too many fucking banners. We're getting way too many banners, I think. Like, the game's been out under 4 weeks, or just about 4 weeks, like this week. And in 4 weeks, we've had, let me think, 1, 2, 3, 4. We've had 6 banners, I think. We've had 6 banners in the 4 weeks. If you're counting step-up banners. That's too many. No one could possibly afford all these banners that are coming out right now. The only players that can afford all these banners are the richest of the rich. People that have no problem dropping $3,000 in the first month. And that's like, we're all like, here's the thing. We're all trying to get a unit, right? Like, we're not even trying to max out units. Like, we're not trying to get, when people are like, I'm pulling for Primrose, they don't mean that they're pulling to get 3 to 4 Awakened Primrose. They mean they're just trying to find a copy of Primrose. You could pull a lot more copies of her and still have things to do with all that stuff. Thank you, Mr. Elite. Thanks for the hide. Sorry, Zebok. I read your message, but I'm going to reread it. That way everyone can know that I read it. I no-lifed it for a while and got to the point about complaining about doing it too fast. Yeah. I mean, honestly, a lot of us did. Even me, like, the game's like a month old almost, and they're going to be adding new content. I mean, that's like not bad. But we, you know, a lot of us no-lifed it really hard. What do I have to do? I didn't go sell my materials yet. Duh. My favorite place to sell materials, Emberglow. Why? I don't know. I like where the location is compared to where you start. What do you get from killing every elite? Is it just feat progress? I mean, it is feat progress. I think there's more mechanics later. Like, after you defeat every elite in an area, you unlock a super elite for like a Pokedex. Like, kind of like I don't know it for sure, but I think it was something like Final Fantasy X, you know, you had the monster arena, and then after you get all the monsters in an area or whatever, you get a boss for that area. I think that's kind of how it works also. Feet progress. Yeah, we're not looking at my feet, all right? not without some more donos happening, bro. This would be an OnlyFans. Do you think that they're gonna make a competitor to OnlyFans called OnlyFeet? Or just a foot fetish site where you have to pay a subscription to see people's feet? I hope not, but it probably exists already, right? There's no way I'm the first to think of that. If you're the first to think of something, the correct answer is you're probably not. Dan Schneider's, I don't know who that is, but it's their wet dream. They already have that, but instead you buy used socks, and then it'll be called Only Socks. And then I'm gonna make a competitive website called Only Stocks, where it's gonna be a financial advice website. However, I won't have been aware of the Only Socks, so everyone's gonna think it's a foot fetish site, and I'm like, why is everyone coming here looking at my feet, trying to look at my feet? Ah. It's a dream. Plaid has a foot fetish confirmed. Honestly, I have probably what is considered the opposite of a foot fetish, where I'm actually kind of disgusted by feet. So, like, you know that there's like a path in people's brains that cause them to be attracted to feet. Like, I don't know, but I was hearing this science thing about it where it's like the nerves for the feet pass by in the brain, like where sexual arousal can come from, and so the wires can, it's much more common for wires to get crossed or whatever. My wires got crossed the other way. It went right past the disgust thing, and I'm just like grossed out by the image of feet. The producer from Nick shows like iCarly, Zoa1, Drake, and Josh. Got it. I don't know anything about the producer, but it sounds it's not creepy to like feet, but for the only 2 facts that I know about him is that he likes feet and that he produced iCarly and Zoe 101. It sounds like we're trying to make him sound creepy. That's for the person's own feet. I don't think there's a pathway for you liking other people's feet. I think people just condition themselves that way until they do it. I don't know. I could be very wrong. But it was like, I think I was listening to Healthy Gamer, and there was a pretty scientific reason for someone being attracted to feet in general and other people's feet. Like that, it wasn't like, it's still not what's considered the quote unquote norm, but there's an easy pathway that could be developed, for people. Like it, you know, and like at the end of the day, who fucking cares, man? He makes child actors do weird fetishy things with their feet in show. I I'm not gonna call this. I don't know shit about this guy. All right. And in fact, I'd prefer to not discuss him purely out of the fact that I know nothing about the situation, and I both don't want to be caught defending a potential pedophile, and I also don't want to potentially call a man a pedophile that is not. You know. So either way, I don't know enough to talk about it. It's the foot fetish lobbyists. It's natural. Everyone likes feet. That's not true. Although if you look at Google Trends, I was watching Asmongold and they did a ass, like tits versus ass or whatever on Google Trends, and ass is like dominating tits recently. But then someone's like, add feet, and he's like, I'm not doing that. So I went to Google Trends and I did tits versus ass, and then I added feet, and it's like feet were like, it was very depressing. It wasn't even fucking close. Feet are destroying tits and ass right now in Google Trends. But it might be people looking up, like, I mean, how much of it is people looking up the fetish stuff, and how much of it is people looking up how many people are looking up the thing, you know? It's kind of a self-serving thing at a point. If everyone goes and Googles what comes up when you type feet into Google, Google Trends doesn't care why people are doing it. They just know what people are doing. Hey, here we go. NSYNC has got. Put your hands in your seat. Everybody come with me. Here we go. Here we go. NSYNC has got the flow. You guys ever listen to NSYNC? I listen to NSYNC. I don't listen to them as much as I used to, though. What is that fucking weird ass dot that showed up on the screen? You see that? Oh, that's part of the 2.5 HD 3D. Like, well, you know, tell them to make it less D because that looked like crap. What's your favorite NSYNC song? And don't say a Backstreet Boys song or your band. And I'm not saying you're not allowed to like Backstreet Boys. I like Backstreet Boys, but getting the two greatest bands of all time confused is a cardinal sin. I don't know any Cardinals, but if I did, I'd bet they'd be sinning, you know? Makes alt feet Twitter, gets more metrics in a month than main Twitter. Honestly, that's probably not a bad plan. I see that chest up there. I see that chest up there. Why did we never get that? Oh, it's a cultured Kate. Bye. Bye, Tariq. It's gonna be May. All that I do is not enough for you. You were not like them or something, and I don't like you. But finally, you're gonna find somebody. It's gonna be May. I don't know the lyrics, as you could tell, but I know what song you're talking about. Finally killed the fucking Great Architect. All the others were so much easier for me. I'm hoping the rest are easier for me as well. Great Architect was the one that took me a couple tries. Good job, Hamazoid. You're a JT fan? Everyone loves JT. If you don't love JT, then you're out of here. Bye Bye Bye. Bye 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 is probably my favorite. I know it's a little square to like that song the most, but whoa. How do I get to this? God! Fucking encounter rate, bro. Shut up. I thought so I have Primrose. The Great Architect was still way harder than the other one that I fought so far. I did, the Spear Lady was way easier for me, even continue to the right. That was invisible as shit. All right, first of all, no one fuck around, all right? This is serious. This is serious right now. All right. Slightly lower encounter rate confirmed. Experience nut medium. Oh boy, I'm about to experience nut medium. He was the first one I fought. I had Fiora, Primrose, Millard, and Wingate for the weaknesses. It's pretty good. I just looked up NSYNC songs. Pop was a banger too. I like a lot of bad ones. Do I get the stream demonetized just to listen to NSYNC right now? I got $5 donated today. That's enough, right? Let's do it. Who cares? Even if it's like the last half hour of the stream, who cares, right? What, are we gonna listen to the same battle music again and again? It doesn't matter. Copyright strikes don't mean anything. You just get demonetized for that video. And then they take all the money for the video. That's all it is. The reason content creators care is because they lose their money. In some extreme cases, like anime especially, you can get your channel fucking taken down. Because anime is insane. But for the most part, they just want the money. How's this? It's muted. That's how it is. Let's unmute tab. Let's start it over. I've heard that it's too homizoid. Did you expect a Jerusalem reference in an NSYNC song? Because I forgot about that. How's that? Is it too loud? If you wanna fly, come and take a ride with the cowboy, baby. If you wanna fly with the cowboy, baby. Why, yeah, yippee-yi-yay, yippee-yi-yo, yippee-yi-yo. Why, yeah, yippee-yi-yay, yippee-yi-yo, yippee-yi-yo. Why, yeah, yippee-yi-yo, whippee-yi-yo, yippee-yi-yay. Why, yeah, yippee-yi-yay, yippee-yi-yo, yippee-yi-yo. This thing is fucking scary. Holy shit. This thing should have been a boss. I mean, it's an elite, but it should have been an elite boss. Behind, if you wanna fly, come and take a ride, take a space ride with the cowboy, baby. Waiting for Fenrir series weapons. The Innocent is not that good for physical. It's actually terrible for physical DPS. Come and take a ride, take a space ride with the cowboy, baby. Why, yeah, yippee-yi-yay, yippee-yi-yo, yippee-yi-yay. Why, yeah, yippee-yi-yay, yippee-yi-yo, yippee-yi-yay. Why, yeah, yippee-yi-yay, yippee-yi-yo, yippee-yi-yo. Why, yeah, yippee-yi-yay, yippee-yi-yo, yippee-yi-yay. Oh, wrong button. No offense, that song's 4.5 minutes. I think that song could be 2.5 minutes. All right, this is probably next. What's the other song? It's do you guys ever watch Blue Exorcist? Screw Blue Exorcist, you're right. This is not in sync, but you know what? If it's not in sync, then why am I feeling so in sync with my chat right now? When I was a young boy. It was what you do when you no longer have any content and you can't think of anything to say. You just steal content from My Chemical Romance. All right, let's go, Jose. This CD didn't leave your car for years in high school. It's a classic. I'm a recent MCR fan. I didn't like MCR until probably 8 months ago. 8 months ago was probably around when I figured out I like MCR. I was definitely one of the kids in high school that was like judgmental of other people's music tastes, which is really stupid. Being judgmental of another person's music taste is ridiculous. But once I got over that, I realized how much bad music I like, and I like liking bad music, and I like liking good music. Hopefully you guys can hear it pretty well. It's pretty quiet for me, but I think you guys should be able to hear it. How you doing, Rubber Duck Sauce? How do you guys like? Does everyone like the song? I think pretty much everyone likes the song, right? Wait, isn't this the guy that also was here for Goody? Yo, what's up, Diggs? Asura? That was a good Rubber Duck Sauce. I'm happy to hear that. To carry on, we'll carry on. I know everyone tuned in to actually listen to me sing My Chemical Romance. Jose's tale has been complete. Good job, Jose. We got it. Yeah, this guy comes out for a lot of them to teach them about teamwork. Screw that. That old man needs to mind his own damn business. His damn business. Hey, our last traveler story. And Theater Apopolis. Damn you, you'll give him the easy ones. Hi man, just starting to download the game. Is there anything I need to know from you? Gonna look at some starting tips after too. Just downloading the game. Are you planning to reroll? If you're planning to reroll, I think it would be a wonderful, powerful start to have your first character be like a Viola, a Lynette, a Sophia, and then try to get Primrose. I see. I asked because I've literally never once re-rolled in a game ever. I've always just rolled with the punches of whatever I get. Can't wait for the 24th now. I hope it's a good update. It should be our biggest update by far. So, you know, it should be. Carry on, carry on. Find a giant sheep, bro. I'm all about that. After you re-roll to get some good stuff, it's tough. I say try to focus on the main story. Don't, I mean, play however you want and however you're gonna have fun. But if you're thinking about doing side content, like, oh, I'm gonna go fight all these elites that are like, I'm level 10, I'm gonna go fight these level 20 elites because it's fun to do these hard fights. Sure, it's fun and have a good time, but I recommend ignoring them and just coming back later to fight elites, to find all the treasure chests, to do the traveler stories. Just kind of try to stay focused on the story until you get to at least the nameless town, and ideally hunts. And after you get to hunts, you will be able to you'll that's like, there's like a daily limit on how many hunts you can do. You get one hunt a day. After you unlock it, you get one hunt a day for free, and you can hold up to 7 of them. So, and they're very, very, very valuable. A lot of experience, a lot of money, a lot of upgrade materials for ranking up characters, especially for free to play. You guys ever heard Chicken Attack? Ooh, we're listening to that next for sure. We're listening to Chicken Attack and then something else. Have you guys ever heard Chicken Attack? We're gonna cover up the whole mini map. You guys don't need that. Huh? I wish I could sing this song. And you should know by my smile and the look in my eyes that you are about to be massively forced to give up. Chicken attack, chicken attack. What you want back before it face to black. C'est my love pound, that's pas t'aimes chicken ass, go chicken go. I fucking love Chicken Attack. It's one of my favorite songs of literal all time. I'm also happen to be a huge Yodel fan. I've heard Crab Rave, but not Chicken Attack. Don't worry, we got it now. Hey, Platty. When it's magic, gonna become relevant. Just focusing on physical attacks and weapons are, and I'm in chapter 6 of Master of All, and I'm ignoring elements for the most part. Different elites, different fights. You could probably safely ignore elements or safely ignore physical attacks for a reasonable part of the game. Physical attacks are really good early on, though. What's the best way to not be wiped out by the ring monster AoE? I don't know who the ring monster is, so I would need more deets. I'm not very good when it comes to names. Yeah, who thought of this song? Yeah, I have no idea, honestly. Like, how does it happen? Diego. Go chicken go. Oh, the one of the epilogue. I guess I don't know. I didn't have any issues with that fight. I never got one shot. Go, go, Diego, go. That's such a fun song. We got to turn it off right here because it also then keeps playing a bunch of ads after that. Where's Diego? We're going to find him. He's probably a 3-star. Thank you for giving 3-star stories. Oh, great. He was literally the very last character. All right, Diego. You just cursed yourself to never, ever being liked. Good job. Why are you the last one? Because you're level 1? All right, how about this? Please tell me you guys have all watched Inside. It came out last year by Bo Burnham. Please tell me you've all watched it on Netflix. To the internet. Have a look around. Anything that brain of yours can think of can be found. We've got mountains of content. Some better, some worse. If it's of interest to you, you'd be the first. Welcome to the internet. Come and take a seat. Would you like to see the news or any famous women's feet? There's no need to panic. This isn't a test. Just nod or shake your head and we'll do the rest. Welcome to the internet. What would you prefer? Would you like to fight for civil rights or tweet a racial slur? Be happy, be horny, be bursting with rage. We've got a million different ways to engage. Welcome to the internet. Put your cares aside. Here's a tip for straining pasta. Here's a 9-year-old who died. We've got movies and doctors and fantasy sports and a bunch of colored pencil drawings of all the different characters in Harry Potter fucking each other. Welcome to the internet. Hold on to your socks, cause a random guy just kindly sent you photos of his cock. They are grainy and off-putting. He just sent you more. Don't act surprised, you know you like it, you whore. See a man beheaded, get offended, see a shrink. Show us pictures of your children, tell us every thought you think. Start a rumor, buy a broomer, send a death threat to a boomer. Or DM a girl and groomer, do a zoomer, find a tumor. And here's a healthy breakfast option, you should kill your mom. Here's why women never fuck you, here's how you could build a bomb. Which Power Ranger are you? Take this quirky quiz. Obama sent the immigrants to vaccinate your kids. Could I interest you in every wake up in the morning? I don't know that reference. It's I'm ashamed if it's from Inside. Could I interest you in everything? All of the saving the traveler story for its rubies when the time of need comes. Yeah. My need is now. Cyrus is coming out. Even if he's not, they couldn't release a single one of the 8 that I don't want to pull for, so. Your open Violet gets the next step up. I mean, it's going to be, right, they've done half the characters, so they're going to do all 8 of them for sure. There's going to be Viola, there's going to be Gilderoy, Scarecrow, and I don't remember who the last one is. Theo? Circa 99. If the successor to Fleeing based off something, it seems to be based on your level. I mean, the level difference between your party and the enemy, it might be the highest level on your account in the enemy. Waiting for you, you insatiable you. Mommy let you use her iPad. You were barely 2 and did all the things you designed it to do. You touch your nose when you're excited about Slavo Zizek. Again, I touch my nose all the time. It's a problem. My nose is always itchy. But I don't do it like, I don't think I do it cool like anime. I'm not like, huh. You know, in anime when they do their thing, like, yeah, good fight. I haven't even shown you my true power. My nose, I literally, because I have a mustache, that tickles my nose when I talk. So I should just trim my mustache. I'm never checking Savajol Zizik. You think I want to educate myself? Huh? I want to be ignorant as shit. He's a Slavonian. Oh, he's alive. Cultural theorist, but public intellectual. Ooh. He is an international director of the Birkbeck Institute for the Humanities. Yeah, but what is his... But what is his stance? He was a member of the Communist Party until October 1988 when he quit against the JBTZ trial together. Liberal Democratic Projects has continued to identify himself as a communist and has been critical of right-wing circles such as nationalist, conservatives, and classical liberals. Sounds like me and him may not see eye to eye. I definitely don't consider myself a communist. In 2016, he said if he were American, he would vote for Donald Trump. I'm horrified him. I just think that Hillary is the true danger. I mean, I didn't vote for Trump either, but so I think maybe we've made every opposite decision. How good is he at Fortnite? Exactly. I don't think I'm super interested in learning more about him. I don't think maybe I'll give it one chance, but it sounds like he speaks a lot of nonsense in my opinion. But I haven't heard him speak, so I can't judge him, but I am personally, maybe it's because I'm an American and a little bit biased, for sure. I think if you openly consider yourself a communist, it's hard for me to take you seriously. That's all that's basically what I could say about that. That's kind of where my opinions lie. It's hard to take you seriously in regards to your political affiliations. Just because you consider yourself a communist doesn't mean I don't think you can't be good at math or you can't be good at this or that. I just may not take your political standings to heart. People could be very good at lots of things. Someone could be an open heart surgeon and, like, you know, I'm an atheist. I don't think that makes Ben Carson being a religious person. I don't think it makes me a better surgeon than him. You know, people could still be experts and very intelligent in ways, even if I don't agree with all of them. But I also don't think I'm smarter than anyone. So if someone's got good reasons to believe what they believe, who am I to say it? I still disagree. Yeah, not the middle isn't always right, for sure. That's like a fallacy for sure, where the middle between 2 points is always the correct answer, which is not at all true. Now I would consider myself, at least in America, I consider myself a centrist. That tells me, I don't know the political leanings of the rest of the world, but in America, I'm definitely a centrist, maybe center left. But like if someone was like, evolution's right, evolution's wrong, like evolution is bullcrap, evolution is, you know, whatever. The center of those two viewpoints is not accurate. Evolution has been, we're as confident of evolution as we are of literally gravity, you know. So it's like the 2 points thing is not always correct. Now there is a lot of times where I think the middle is probably correct. It's whether we're in the middle, right? Like on immigration, like I don't support open borders, but I don't support closed borders either. Like I don't want, like, hey, I don't want to be, I'm not xenophobic. I want other cultures to be in our culture. I think that's awesome. But also complete open borders without regulation, then you're not even a country, you know? You should have the right to say who is and isn't allowed to come live in your country, but also like it shouldn't be open, shouldn't be closed. So I think there's somewhere in the middle where it is like, where it is good. Like there are downsides to having a huge amount of immigration. There's lots of upsides too. So, you know, finding out what your country and what your community wants and could benefit from, I think should inform the decisions. But yeah, so sometimes the middle I think is there's good to compromise, and other times it's like there's no compromise in here because this is an objective fact. I don't like using the word objective, but sometimes there are things that are correct. One of my biggest pet peeves when people say objectively, here's my opinion. The older you've gotten, the more left-leaning you become. I would say I'm the opposite. I would say I become more conservative as I gotten older, but I was much more left-leaning when I was younger. Like I was probably firmly far left, and now I've become more centrist. I wouldn't consider myself right-wing, maybe on some issues. Like I'm like, that's why I consider myself centrist, where some things I'm a little more right-leaning, some things I'm a little more left-leaning, right? Like when it comes to, like, I think prostitution should be illegal. I think you should decriminalize drugs, things like that. That's all pretty left-leaning for the most part. But I'm not necessarily for stricter gun control. I think it's a bit complex of an issue, so I don't tend to talk about it because I don't really know. But I don't necessarily think making guns illegal for Americans to own is, one, even possible, because it is written into our rights. But also, even beyond that, even if it is the right thing to do, I don't know if it's even possible in terms of a practical sense. And I'm not even sure if that is necessarily better. There are downs, like there would be less shootings for sure, but there are increases in other kinds of crime that tend to be a little more violent in some ways. So like, I don't know, there's downsides and upsides. It is popular to take an unpopular opinion, absolutely. And to be fair, one of my favorite public speakers was Christopher Hitchens. And Christopher Hitchens, I think, was a public, I think he was openly communist for a large portion of his life. And I don't think he ever left officially, but I think he was just more just like a humanist Was what he would call himself. Oh yeah, I hate politics in general. I hate everything that is a sports team. Like, you want to know what? Bo Burnham did a great song that is like a minute long, and it perfectly sums up how I felt. This is where the sports team mentality I feel like got us. Watch this. This is one of my favorite fucking songs ever. It's simple, but it just like it gets it.
They're really gonna make me vote for Joe Biden. Joe Biden. How is the best case scenario, Joe Biden?
This was like my whole political stance during the election. That was like right where I stood. Like, I was like, how is it possible that the best case scenario is Joe Biden? I was like, there's no fucking way you take every human in the entire country and you pick one to rule that you would end up with Joe Biden as the winner. There's no way. There's no fucking way. But, you know, those stupid fucking assholes that are in charge always make you pick between the lesser, like, hey, do you want a piece of shit, or do you want a piece of shit or a sack of shit? Pick the kind of shit you want. I'm like, all right, I guess I'd rather have a sack of shit, because at least I could hold the sack of shit in a bag, you know. If it's a piece of shit, I gotta hold it with my hands. We are stuck in a two-party system. Other democracies have more parties and choices. And the thing is, we're not stuck, but it becomes more and more polarized. Like, the people in charge, whoever they are, the powers that may be, have done a really good job. And the thing is it even a two-party system, or is it a one-party system where these people all have lunch together and are all just like they're all on one team working together to maintain a real one-party system, pretending they're two parties to give people the illusion of choice? I don't know, man. That's some conspiracy stuff, but it feels like it sometimes, you know. But there's a reason why the Green Party and, you know, the libertarians and all this shit, like none of it ever gets any actual they don't get any momentum, right? Like for a minute there, like during the primaries, there was like, for the Democrats, we were looking kind of good in a sense. Like, there was Tulsi Gabbard, there was Andrew Yang, there was Bernie Sanders, and even like in the Republican side, like there are more classical traditional Republicans that I would support over I would have supported Donald Trump. Like, I know it's probably controversial to say, and I probably disagree with a lot of the politics, but like, at least I would have felt more comfortable probably with like a Ted Cruz in charge, a Rand Paul. Oh my God, I don't even know his name. A Marco Rubio, probably. Like these are people that I don't think I would have wanted to vote for, but I think I would have voted for over Donald Trump. Other democracies are not democracies, but autocrats, I don't even know, autocracies. So be glad for what you have. I mean, hey, you know what? I think, to be fair, all things aside, I do think that there are a lot of other democracies that are worse off, right? Like, look at the wonderful democracy and elections they have in Russia, right? Yeah, I'm sure that's legit, 100%. I can't believe Putin wins every time. That's unbelievable. And so there's probably like there's a lot of places with like genuine good elections, no doubt. But also, I don't know, like, I'm a little more like, it's a little easier to have democracy when you have a really homogenous population, right? Like nothing against like Sweden, for example, right? I don't know shit about Sweden or their politics, but like from my understanding, it's a much more homogenous nation, right? They're not a melting pot like the United States. So it's much easier to have a democracy when everyone looks the same and kind of thinks the same and grew up in the same area and speaks the same language, you know? So the very fact that my favorite part about America is that we incorporate other cultures and that we want not only people to have a shared culture of being an American and, loving freedom and the pursuit of, life, liberty, the pursuit of happiness. We want that to be a core value of all of our citizens, but we also want people to bring what makes their cultures unique to us, right? We want their cuisine, their heritage, their ancestry, their values, to also be incorporated to make everything, to make us basically, hopefully, better, right? Take the good of everyone. All countries should be ruled by a party of 8 adventurers who killed the last king. That's honestly, if there was a group of 8 warriors that killed the current president and they're like, we're in charge now, I wouldn't fight it. I wouldn't be one of the rebellion. I would just be like, bro, it's fine. For the average U.S. citizen, voting is important. From a geopolitical perspective, it doesn't matter who won. Pentagon administrators will steer them towards U.S. interest over their political ideas. Yeah, I don't know enough. I'm pretty unintelligent. Remember, I work at a gas station. Let's keep this in mind. When I'm talking on the internet, I give you my thought process and how I think about things, but that it does not in any stretch means that I'm correct. That's I work at a gas station and give out change for a living professionally. I create content for fun as well, though. Money is the power driving behind most major governments. Yeah, like how hard, like I think almost everyone can agree we don't want like an unaccounted for ridiculous amount of money in politics, right? Right, like insane large amounts of companies being able to not directly give to campaigns but be able to fund campaigns on their own behalf. Like it just like, oh yeah, this Joe Biden or whatever didn't get any super, you can only donate $1,000 per citizen, but then this company spends $20 million on an ad campaign on his behest, even though he doesn't have any direct involvement in it or whatever. It's like, fuck, what the fuck are you talking about? I have a platform. Yeah, that's right. I have a camera on me right now. I spent $100 on a camera. That means my opinion is worth more than all of yours. Yeah, just get money out of politics. I definitely agree with that. Maybe not like literally all of money, but like have some sort of standardized thing where people can only spend so much money. And I understand the counter argument of shouldn't citizens be free to spend their money on what they want to? If citizens or companies want to spend their money to support a politician, shouldn't they be able to? And does that, I say, kind of no. I think that, like, as much as I am like a classical liberal in a lot of senses, where I do believe government should kind of mind their business and we should mind our business, they should keep us safe and they should let us live our lives. Like in a lot of senses, like I support other non-liberal things as well. And I think that money out of politics is definitely one of those. Money, I could understand the argument that money equals speech. Actions speak louder than words is a common phrase, right? Saying that you like to help people is like, oh, I like to help people in need is not as powerful as someone spending $1,000, right? That's, in a sense, that's speech, but that doesn't mean that it's not equivalent in the exact same way. I don't think money is speech, but I can understand that there's an argument at least to be had. And at a point, I do think, like, when it comes to politics and electing leaders, I don't think money should be a deciding factor at all. I don't think it even should be a relevant factor. I think the politicians should have equal access to the same amount of funds. Now, maybe we determine that's a lot of funds, but they should have the same amount of airtime, same amount of funds. There should be, the debates and things like that, and then we should vote based on that. Yeah, I agree. Plat 2028? Yeah, no thank you. That's another issue. The only people that want to be president are fucking psychos. Even the people that I would vote for, like I was pulling for Andrew Yang myself. If you want to be president, you got to be crazy. No one wants, who wants that much attention? Fame is like, as much as this game is about power, fame, and wealth, I would gladly give up the fame for the power and wealth. And I would give up power for wealth as well. Yang was crazy. I liked Yang. I thought he had some good ideas. I like a universal basic income. I didn't agree with the universal basic income, but I think he convinced me of it. But also, I'm aware of my biases as someone that would personally benefit from it. So, I'm not saying that it's necessarily right. I'm saying that I found his arguments convincing. There was also some like, I don't know. He just felt like as much as Donald Trump's a businessman, Donald Trump felt like a con man to me, and Andrew Yang felt like an actual like entrepreneur businessman. I liked the Yang Gang. Yeah, that's right. That's what it was called. I wasn't like the biggest Bernie Sanders supporter. I don't think I think Bernie Sanders would have been good. Like I'm more in line with Bernie Sanders than I am Donald Trump on most things. Probably. I'm sure there are specific things that would probably agree with Donald Trump on over and with Bernie Sanders. But I would say for the most part, I would have voted for Bernie Sanders over Donald Trump 10 times out of 10, no doubt. But he wouldn't have been my favorite to win the primary. I like his idea to have HS, high school exchange students between states. That's interesting. Yang was too European in his ideas. Won't happen in the U.S. without free universities. Yeah, I it's kind of weird. Free healthcare, free education. Where do I stand on that? I don't know if I support the concept of free healthcare. 100%. There's no doubt that I think if someone was designing a perfect system from the ground up, one of the core foundations would be that healthcare would be provided to everyone for free, right? Now, the issue with that is that it comes with a lot of logistics, and just saying that healthcare is free doesn't, there's a lot of side effects and consequences of that. So I'm not sure. As far as free universities, I mean, I think it's a good idea for the betterment of society as a whole, but I don't necessarily support it either. I do think universities should be like, I think we're doing the worst of both, right? Like we have guaranteed loans for children that don't have good concept of money. And then we'll give them a blank check for as much as they need, and the universities then charge way too much because they know anyone that wants to go can fill their they can fill their pockets with as much money as they want per student. That sucks. I think universities are way too expensive. I think universities should be cheaper, but I don't know if they should be free. I do like the idea of someone investing in their own education at a point when you start to specialize. Yeah, I mean, and so paying for taxes for healthcare is like reasonable, right? I don't think anyone would disagree with that. I think it comes down to like, so like I know there's like a common problem between Canada and the United States where Canada has free healthcare and we don't. Like doctors will go to school and get trained in Canada, but then they'll come to the United States because they can make a lot more money. And so like we have a really high concentration of really, really excellent doctors in the United States. And that's kind of a side effect. So we have some of the best care you can get in the world, but it's also the most expensive care you can get in the world. So it's kind of a weird double-edged sword. But it's like you can get literally the best health care that exists almost anywhere in the entire world on one hand. On the other hand, it's also way more expensive than it should be still. The fact that people design a healthcare system to get the highest profits is a fundamental problem. Yeah. I mean, it's also like that's a huge issue with the, we're just going to talk all the politics today. That's a huge issue with the prison system as well, right? Like, for-profit prisons is ridiculous. How the heck is that a fucking thing? For-profit prisons, like they get paid per person. Like you shouldn't. If there's like two things that shouldn't be primarily profit motive in the world, it's healthcare and prisons, right? Those are things you don't want to incentivize making money. In my opinion. Like those are like I think most things are better off with profit being the primary motive. Oh, we'll allow this. I'll allow you to write that, friend. Yeah. I don't want to permit the term race war. I just was gonna try to let. Okay, well now everyone can type race war in chat, so I'll have to go manually demonetize that again. I don't want people openly talking about race wars. Probably. But yeah, like healthcare. I think a lot of things are really, really, really important to be profit motivated because it funds innovation, right? People, I like it when engineers are trying to make new apps and new devices, new things, because the first one to do it, the first one to cure, cancer or whatever it is, like they're going to be fucking rich beyond all belief. And that's a great motive for funneling innovation. We want people to be motivated, and financial incentive is a wonderful way to perpetuate that. But when it comes to specifically like people just staying healthy and people paying their time to society, you don't want incentive to be, you want the incentive to help as many people as possible. When it's a humanitarian thing, I'm just like, it shouldn't be about money at that point. It should be, they should make enough money to support the thing so they don't go bankrupt, or they should make less money. We should subsidize it with taxes, but you don't want them to generate revenue based off incarcerating people or keeping people sick and trying to give them surgeries and shit they don't need. Like, that's ridiculous. Going into debt over medical care is borderline evil. Honestly, that's what I'm struggling with right now, right? Like I lost my job right after I got a procedure done, and now they're like, hey, we need $4,000. And so now I'm signing for financial aid, which luckily, last time I signed up for financial aid, I actually got it. So maybe I'll get it this time. I don't know. But it's like, and now I have to get an ultrasound. The doctor wants me to get an ultrasound, and who knows how much more that's going to be. And it's just like, it's ridiculous how expensive it gets. Perhaps food should not have a profit motive as well, but I agree. I mean, yeah, I will say we haven't literally ended world hunger, of course. I don't want to imply that, but like for the most part, dying of starvation in the United States is not really a thing anymore. And I do think that's in large part to like how shitty and mass produced our foods are. Like they're not healthy, but I think we've probably gone too far that direction at this point. But the level of innovation and efficiency and how we get food out at the prices we do has really helped solve. Like, I'd rather have people eating unhealthy foods than dying of starvation for sure. But we may have gone too far now. Yeah, the problem is if you make healthcare free and if there's no money in being a doctor, you're not going to have great doctors. That's one of the issues for sure. So here's one thing I'm big on. We're going to end the stream soon because we're getting way off topic of Octopath. But even though I do support free healthcare and I think free healthcare should be implemented, I don't think it's real. I hate when people only talk about positives of their viewpoint and they don't acknowledge negatives of their viewpoint, no matter what it is. If someone like wants to acknowledge that, if they're like, hey, I think banning guns in the United States is 100% good in all situations. I'm like, there are situations where it's better to have guns than not have guns. And I can give examples of that, but that's not what we're talking about. But also, in the same thing, right? If you make healthcare free, the profit goes down, and then there's less innovation, less people motivated to become doctors. We have less doctors overall, and the time it takes to get help, the overall quality of healthcare will tend to go down over time. And the amount of doctors we have will go down, so it'll take longer to get the healthcare. Like, there's downsides to the system. That doesn't mean that I don't support it still, but I think we as a society need to realistically talk about the downsides and try to address them as opposed to pretending they don't exist. But I think there's a good thing where it's like you have healthcare, but then you can also have privatized healthcare, like insurance on top of the governmental. Like, hey, care is free. But like, I think it's in Canada where you can also have your own private health insurance to see like maybe more specialized doctors. In Germany, you wait 3 hours at the reception to see doctors because everybody goes there for even the tiniest problem. Yeah, and that's like one of the issues, right? Like if you go to a place and you have to wait 3 hours because everyone else is there for like relatively minor issues, like that's like an issue. That's something that comes up. But like the counter argument to that is like if people have something wrong, is it really a benefit that they're not going to the doctor? Like, I don't think like, oh, people want to go to the doctor, but the only reason they're not going is because they're afraid of how expensive it will be. I don't think that's like a necessarily good argument the other direction. But realistically, still, if we live in a world where we have to wait way longer for healthcare, like I can call a doctor and go in almost any morning. I can call tomorrow, go to my doctor, and just like go in. That's a benefit for sure. My girlfriend's coming to yell at me. I better get going. She's coming to yell at me. I'm talking too much about politics. And that's why. And more people. Blah, 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 blah. I don't think I've ever had to wait. I mean, I've had to wait a while, but like when you go to an emergency room, it's usually pretty fast. And if you want to see your doctor, usually it's pretty fast. Like I'm talking a lot to basically say I don't know the answers and I see both sides. That is my issue with politics, is I find every side convincing because every other side, like, it's why one of my pet peeves are people that don't acknowledge the negatives of their viewpoint. That's not saying we can't overcome the negatives of the viewpoint, but like to pretend that it doesn't exist, I think can be very disingenuous, and I feel like a lot of people do that from time to time. It's true. I will say, wait times, hopefully like e-visits and stuff cut down on the time. But right now, according to my doctor, e-visits actually take longer than in-person visits because it takes longer for the doctor to try to properly diagnose because they can't visually see you. So they have to ask more questions. So it can actually take longer. But hopefully there's a way to like streamline this kind of stuff in the future. Exactly. I want to restate that I support free healthcare, but I do think there are downsides to it. That's all. And obviously, if I thought the downsides outweighed the good, I would not support it. However, I think the good far outweighs the downsides, which is why I support it. I think it's kind of our duty as citizens to ensure everyone can be healthy and not have to worry about going into crippling debt, ruining their whole lives because they happen to break their leg or something. I don't know how much that costs, but you know, there's some freak accident happens, or they're born with some sort of chronic illness or disorder. Like it should, I consider it my responsibility as a citizen to pay taxes to help them, right? To pay a percentage of my income and maybe directly support stuff. But don't forget my bills. I got it. I did some of my bills today. I did my internet and I did my rent. I didn't do my rent. My rent's not due till next week though. I'm gonna do it then. I need to add my Per Platypus card to Google Play account. All right, guys, I do gotta go though. I gotta be at work within an hour. So, and I still have to shower and get ready for work and stuff. So I'm gonna go. Hopefully this has been a very weird stream. I hope the more I stream, like I like talking about this kind of stuff, but I do kind of want to try to keep it on the game a bit more. But maybe when there's more content out. I mean, it's a Sunday. It's kind of a slow day for me. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'm not super into talking about politics on streams. I don't want to alienate anybody, but also I don't really care about stopping people from talking about stuff. The thing, this all came up because someone asked me to check my feet, and then we made a joke about feet, and then we talked about all kinds of stuff. Hey, thank you for being here, Fundinator. Thank you for being here, Exist. Thank you for being here, Mortis. Thank you for being here, Zebok. Thank you for being here, Mathis. Thank you for being here, Rubber Duck Sauce. Thank you, Dervis. Thank you, Limnity. Thank you, Errol. Thank you. The issue with saying it, Keith. The issue with saying, thank you, Hutch, AJ. The issue with saying everyone's name is you're going to forget someone. Thank you, Alfred. Thank you again, Dervis and Jay Shin Goku. Have a good night, guys. I'll see you tomorrow for another stream on Monday.